Angel Reese did things last night I'm not sure we've ever seen on a basketball court. I was like, is this real? Did this happen?
Angel Reese had a tough game, struggling both in her performance and composure on the court. Her play was marked by missed opportunities and frustration, leading to some questionable decisions. It was a night she'd likely want to move past, as fans and analysts took notice of the challenges she faced.
Lunar Owls brushed the Rose BC, and Angel, well, she did some rather interesting things on the court. And Napheesa Collier, well, look now, one thing we could say, they are not afraid of Angel Reese and the Rose BC, because after hitting the game-winning shot, Napheesa had some real words towards Angel Reese.
Napheesa Collier wasn't having any of Angel Reese's on-court antics and made sure to respond in the best way, by letting her game do the talking. If you want to see how a seasoned player handles the competition, you are in the right place. We're breaking down every key moment that showed the difference in focus and execution. And when you look at the stats, the story becomes even clearer.
Angel Reese looks like a very dirty move under the basket.
First spot, draws two, sling it, Reese!
Angel Reese entered the game with confidence, ready to make an impact. However, it quickly became clear that her focus wasn't on smart, effective play. Instead of making solid contributions to her team, she struggled with decision-making, forced risky plays, and let emotions take over.
She's going to go in, and then after she hits it, she's going to bark her head off at Angel Reese.
Eight to shoot, Tiggins Smith, matched up by Gray.
Right there,
to the ball. Collier
game winner,
it.
look at her. She's talking mad shit.
Queen Bee,
mad shit.
Angel Reese was on Napheesa Collier, giving her a bunch of frustrating bombs.
Now, let's talk numbers, because they tell the full story. Angel Reese had 7 turnovers in this game, and they weren't just small mistakes. Some were outright head-scratchers. At one point, she threw the ball off the backboard, grabbed it herself like an unintentional gain of catch, and then froze in disbelief. It was a rough night, and the stats made that crystal clear.
Angel Reese rebounded her own pass. I saw this and was like, this can't be real. Angel Reese thought she was playing dodgeball out.
Reese's confidence seemed to work against her as she forced tough shots that missed badly. When her shots weren't falling, she shifted her focus to physical play, repeatedly trying to challenge Napheesa Collier with aggressive moves. However, instead of gaining an edge, it only added to her struggles on the court.
Angel was 8 for 16 for 17 points, 10 boards last night, 7 damn turnovers. Napheesa Collier right here, 7 of 16. She had 16 points, 9 rebounds, but she had the most important thing, the game winner last.
Here's where things got interesting. Rather than getting caught up in Reese's antics, Napheesa Collier stayed composed and focused. She let her game do the talking, making Reese pay for every misstep. While Reese tried to play physical, Collier responded the best way a true pro does, by dominating on the scoreboard.
I mean, Angel Reese is out there looking like a UFC fighter.
If you're a hoops fan, if you're a basketball fan, and you watch this, I don't give a shit if you are an Angel Reese fan. You can't tell me this is not egregious.
They're doing everything they have to do to sell.
Angel Reese's frustration peaked with one of the most awkward defensive plays of the night. While trying to gain position, she lost her balance and hit the floor in a way that looked more staged than natural. The refs didn't fall for it. No whistle, no foul, just an unfortunate moment that left fans shaking their heads.
Angel Reese is the most unskilled basketball player in the history of basketball, in my opinion. She has no skills. She knows that she's not a very good basketball player. That's why she spends so much time half naked and taking pictures and promoting things that have nothing to do with basketball.
Social media didn't hold back, quickly calling out Reese for the exaggerated flop. Fans were quick to point out the irony. Despite her reputation as a physical player, she went down surprisingly easy when it worked in her favor. It was yet another tough moment, showing that while she embraces the spotlight, she struggles when the pressure is at its highest. Instead of rising to the occasion, her antics only made her look out of sync.
This is Angel Reese, the content creator side. It's pretty clear basketball is her top priority. I cannot imagine how anybody could view this athlete in any other way. It's clear basketball is front and foremost. This is all helping with things like shooting better from the field and missing layups. She has no rhythm, just like she can't make a layup. Practice layups. OnlyFans in.
Meanwhile, Napheesa Collier stayed focused and let her performance do the talking. While Reese was caught up in the drama, Collier was all business, knocking down shots and proving why she's one of the best in the game. Every time Reese tried to rattle her, Collier answered with skill and composure. And just when it seemed like Reese's night couldn't get any worse, she made one final costly mistake. With a chance to help her team rally, she panicked under pressure and threw the ball straight to the opponent. Another turnover, another wasted possession, and another tough moment in a game she'd likely rather forget.
I think Angel's more concerned about being an influencer, content creator, over being a better basketball player. This was her taking pictures, hanging out with some rappers and producers, etc.
You think you could get a bucket in this format, full court 3-on-3?
You don't think I can get a bucket?
Yeah.
If Angel Reese on my team, yeah.
By the final buzzer, the difference between the two players couldn't have been clearer. Napheesa Collier remained calm, disciplined, and clutch when it mattered most. Angel Reese, on the other hand, let frustration take over, struggling to back up the confidence she came in with. For Reese, it was a game to forget. But for those who have watched her all season, it was just more proof that hype doesn't equal greatness. This wasn't just a tough loss, it was a reality check. While she's built a name through trash talk and theatrics, performances like this show why she's not on the same level as stars like Collier or Caitlin Clark. When it came down to skill versus showmanship, the results spoke for themselves, leaving Reese with nothing but another rough night on the court.
Gotta see this clip. Runs down court with the basketball, 3-4 steps ahead of everybody, has an easy layup, and throws it to the girl behind her. No skills.
So Lexi Hall's right here, right? She's going to come out here. She gets the ball, going to pass it into Angel. Look at this, folks. That's Lexi Hall. Wide ass open. Does she get the ball? Angel not only did not pass the ball back out to Lexi Hall, but she missed another freaking leg.
Instead of owning up to her mistakes, Angel Reese quickly shifted into damage control. Rather than acknowledging her reckless play and poor performance, she deflected blame, calling out the refs, her teammates, the coaching staff, and even the court itself. Everything was at fault except the one person truly responsible for her tough night. It was a familiar pattern. Reese plays with confidence, takes unnecessary risks, and when things fall apart, she paints herself as the victim instead of taking accountability.
To keep going, it's hard. It is hard. To live my life isn't easy. And I don't want to get emotional, but that's why I put the work in every day. Cause there are little girls that look up to me. There are the college girls that look up to me. And just being able to be inspiration every day. So that's why I just try to keep going through all the negativity. At 22, it's hard living this life, but I'm grateful. I'm blessed. And I'm lucky to be around this group, and being here in Arrival has just been the best thing.
Meanwhile, Napheesa Collier and the Lunar Owls were celebrating, and rightfully so. Collier did exactly what a true leader does, stay focused, played smart basketball, and stepped up when it mattered most. She didn't need trash talk or cheap shots. Her performance said it all. While Reese was caught up arguing with the refs and losing composure, Collier was locking in, leading her team with poise and precision. And when the game was on the line, she delivered the perfect response. A clutch, game-winning shot, and a well-earned celebration as Reese watched in frustration.
Weeks into the season and Unrivaled is struggling to sell out a studio that seats 800 people?
At some point, TNT Sports is going to be like, we ain't making no money because we ain't got no ratings. And I mean, they don't have any ratings, and she's not pulling them. She had a game last Saturday, didn't even make 80,000 viewers. This person said you complain about everything. Professional life is different, and you can't...
And of course, social media wasted no time tearing into Angel Reese's meltdown. The memes came flooding in almost instantly, with fans roasting her 7 turnovers, missed layups, and that final possession blunder. Some even joked that she was aiming for a record, just not the kind anyone wants. One tweet summed it up perfectly. Angel Reese talks like she's Shaq, but plays like a YMCA hooper who just learned the rules. Many pointed out a growing concern: her game relies more on unnecessary aggression than actual skill. And this performance was just more evidence of that. But here's where things get even tougher for Reese. The WNBA is paying attention. Coaches, analysts, and even her own teammates are starting to see the pattern. Her reckless style isn't helping anyone, it's not winning games, it's not making her better, and it's certainly not earning respect from the league's best players. If she doesn't adjust soon, she could find herself losing minutes or worse, fading into the background as just another overhyped player who never backed up the talk.